what they're like. Although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights.
All right, everybody. Merry Christmas. Today's Monday, December 23rd. 2 days till Christmas. How's everybody doing? How you doing, K-Pro? Is our shopping done? God, I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's done. It's perfect to have teenagers, and especially an older, mature teenager, which I never thought I would say that wanted to help with everything, wanted to decorate, wanted to cook Thanksgiving meal, and wanted to shop, and wanted to, she was supposed to wrap. She didn't wrap. She's visiting the boyfriend. So I think I might be doing lots of wrapping tonight. Get it?
All right.
Christmas. Look what he did. Look what he did, guys. This is my red run board. And I got, I'm going to tell all those secrets. Those are the secrets I'm telling tonight.
So K-Pro thinks her in a group on Discord. I'll give them credit, I guess. Although K-Pro, I think, got the big one, is they've cracked a couple of the ciphers in the word search. And it makes sense to me. I'm usually the litmus test where a lot of the things I'm like, yeah, it could be coincidence. But these are interesting. So we're going to talk about it tonight. Thumbs up for PowerPoint. K-Pro has a PowerPoint.
Well, and it's kind of funny because I needed Mike to check it, and he did this TTOKA, and then he went out grocery shopping, and so it was like midnight last night, and it wasn't a hard cipher, but it was enough that I got a cipher that I wanted Mike to double check it, and he's like, "No, this is big." I'm like, "It's not huge because it doesn't break things loose, but it does get." And then Omno Rove, I don't know if I pronounced that right, came in and smashed it with another one. And then Bees had put one up a little bit ago. It kind of got lost. Right now, our Discord is rocking so much, but I have a slide on that. So let's get to the agenda. It helps me organize. It helps you guys screen capture for later. We are sharing not one, not two, but 3 cracked ciphers. Boom.
Someone will find the 5 treasures that I've hidden. And that someone could be you.
Could be me. It could be me. I want to go.
All right. So I just realized I left the old background up, but I'll leave it up because TTOKA has taken off. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. K-Pro has a whole PowerPoint. So thumbs up the video,
Merry
share
Christmas.
it. Super chat's on. We try and answer all the questions from the chat, and let's just jump right into it.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
PowerPoint. Oh, here we go.
That's for K-Pro.
Oh, lordy, lordy, Lord.
All right, that was one of the submissions. Okay.
Everybody loves PowerPoints.
Pretty cool cover you did here. Check it out, everybody. What's that from? I actually didn't know. What's that from, K-Pro?
That's from Ready Player One. I think I did Ready Player One battle scenes.
I thought maybe it was Terminator, but yeah, it's probably Ready Player One. All right, we're trying to crack some ciphers in the word search, everybody. Here we go. But first, I think we're going to do the ciphers at the end, right? First, we got some things to talk about because there's all kinds of treasure hunts in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. And that's what we talk about here on Monday nights.
Do you see Sylvia's question?
Hi,
Merry
guys.
Christmas, Brian Gates.
Can you please make video on Paris and Vegas on their poker machine for X-tier credits like the one at Horseshoe? So are you saying the roulette, the poker machine that has roulette like we did? Because it's the same. It's the same. Or do you mean video poker?
If there's a video poker trick, we want to know it because I need some last minute points and we're going to hit the casino.
All right.
Oh, very soon. Very soon. Okay. Let's get to it.
It's only 8 days until January 1st.
Merry Christmas to you and you and you and you and you in the back, you over there, you lurker, you shy person, you, and all the loud people up front that are getting wild and crazy. Let's go.
Okay. So the first one is on the website, Treasure Inside. What is it, K-Pro? Let me get to it.
Oh, yeah. So G let us know of this, and then we found a link at the bottom. So it looks like JCB Dunn only has a PR team. He now has a website company he has hired, and they have put up some media links. And so up on our Discord, which is the greatest place on earth to crack ciphers, also there's a place that says official documents. Official documents are all these interviews that we've been finding because whether John knows it or not, don't tell him. And John, cover your ears, though. Merry Christmas. He kind of gives us some hints, even though we're not at the 5, 8, 10 year mark. So we want you guys to see those. So we've been creating them and a list so you can go back and look. Weirdos podcast, Weirdos, Weirdest, D&D were the first 3, and then there's been many since then. Well, here's the problem though. You can't So John's list is incomplete. I don't know if it's intentional because there was a sports card guy that did a great interview. We're going to talk about it, drop some hints. We think he dropped some hints on ours. Both of those are missing. Weirdest podcast missing. So though you do want to go to John's site to see which ones he's spotlighting, you probably want to see which ones John is omitting from his website, intentionally or not. I have let his team know that they are missing, and I gave them the link to ours in case they didn't realize, but some of the others as well that I think are the most telling in revealing things. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think I agree with all that. Just going back real quick for Sylvia Melendez, there is our video on how you can get diamond in a day. I know it's toward the end of the year. A lot of people want to get their points for the casinos, for the players card. So watch that video. It's the same at Paris. It's the same machine. So between Horseshoe and Paris and other Caesar properties, this is for Caesar properties. That's how you can get your diamond card. By the end of the year, what K-Pro just said, let me show you on the website. There's treasureinside.com. There's no changes. Everything's the same until you go all the way down to the bottom. Whoa, you're angry.
Okay, wait. Before you click, see how that says 2024 Treasure Books Inc. at the very, very bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Now click on the media page and see what it says at the bottom. John told me to pay attention to the details.
Okay. Amy Menendez. Is that related to Sylvia Menendez? No, that's Melendez. Okay, never mind. Amy Menendez just broke it right here, everybody.
It's a company. It's a company that does website development, but they not only do that, they do it for, well, we'll go into that another time. They actually do strategy to help get more marketing and hits to your site, which I find interesting.
So here it is. If you want to see the interviews John has done, but as K-Pro said, they're not all here.
They're not all here.
They didn't put a couple others. What's up with that, Amy Menendez, if that's your real name? So here's some interviews he did. There's some links to print interviews. There's links to additional coverage, and there it is. So that is a link from his web. It is part of his website because the header is there, but it is at the very bottom. If you guys want to see it, at the very bottom. And at first we knew that was there. And we're like, but how do you get to it? It's right here on the very bottom. So, and then
some of you that may know more than me, technically, some of the techie guys are like, yeah, he has a couple pages in development. I'm like, ooh, can you share? And they haven't gotten back to me. So it looks like their website's in development and they can see whatever it is. I don't know how to do that. But it looks like we got some more stuff coming and some people already have a sneak peek, which I'm not one of them. Okay.
Back to the PowerPoint. Thumbs up for the PowerPoint, everybody.
Thumbs up for PowerPoints.
That was the media link, right? Our Cowlazars interview, the sports collector interview is not on there, but as well as the weirdest podcast, like K-Pro said. But maybe they're working on it. Now, another breaking news is K-Pro says in the sports collector website, or the sports collector interview, I should say, and maybe that's why they didn't put it, is that John said all 50 states are in play.
Mm-hmm.
The guy asked him, where is this at? He said all 50 states. So that
not Puerto Rico, because
he doesn't like Puerto Rico. He said all 50 states, but not Puerto Rico. I want to go to Hawaii to look for the lion's share box. That would be awesome. Yeah. So Hawaii and Alaska are in play. I don't think he's ever specifically said they're not, but in this interview, he specifically says they are. So there you go. Especially if you live in Hawaii or Alaska, you might be happy to hear that. The other thing, and I would have to re-listen to this myself, K-Pro saying that John said chapter titles tell you how to solve the chapter puzzles. Paraphrased. Explain that, K-Pro.
Yeah, so he said it once before. He talked about chapter themes, but in this one, he words it a little bit differently. Just before the show, I added this in and I tried to find it. Our Discord is rocking so much. I couldn't find the exact quote. But that's basically what he says or how I interpret it. So if we had time tonight, which we don't because we have ciphers to share, we'll go over that in a future show. But basically the chapter titles tell you how to solve the chapter. Well, what the hell does that mean? We need some smart minds on this. And does anybody speak John that they can translate? Tell us what that means. Okay. He did say that. Hooli said so. That means it's right. It's right. It's right. If Hooli says it, she's never wrong. I get it wrong all the time. If both of us are right, then it's definitely right.
And that's where you'll find the treat. The treat. The rich stuff. The treat. The rich stuff. That's it.
It's the Goonies. Come on, everybody. Oh, I didn't know that was there. Okay. Description in the ebook gives new hints. Well, it's actually the Amazon description. Really did give new hints, but I don't know if the PR company made that. if that's official from John. So I'm a little unsure of what to think on that.
Yeah, it's kind of like so we've already once bitten, twice shy. We saw in the marketing information in his video, there was a map they put in. He then several weeks later said, well, that's not really accurate. That was my team. Well, now we have new descriptions in when you go to buy the book, and it does give a lot of hints. But is this another, he let his marketing team do it and it's wrong and he'll tell us in a few months? I don't know. I find it interesting. I'm going with it until he says no. It's out there. He's officially published it until he says, oops, for the 19th time. 19's on my mind. Yeah.
19. Okay. So the Kindle has been taken down off Amazon, and that's because you couldn't zoom in. A lot of people were a little upset. So they are going to fix it. That's the one thing with JCB's Hunt. If there's issues, he fixes it. There have been speed bumps along this journey, but he has tried to do things to smooth it out and make it right. The Apple version I hear is good. I personally don't have any Apple devices. I'm old school Android Metropolis.
I have an iPad. I have an extra iPad if you want one, honey.
Yeah, no thanks. I wouldn't even know how to turn it on. So the Apple is good, and you can get the ebook on the Apple version, but the Kindle version probably won't be back till January. They said after the new year. It's just the way Amazon does things.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Okay. Errors and typos. Okay, Pro. Errors and typos.
So we did take down the video. I just haven't had time because we're cracking so many ciphers. There are some errors that have not been corrected. Maybe they're intentional, maybe they're not. There are some new errors and typos, or errors, I should say. So many people have asked me to email John's team. No, go to info@treasure, whatever it is on the website.
TreasureInside.com.
Yeah. You want to make sure that your error has been JCB has been notified of it. You need to do it. You don't trust me. I'm a dirty, rotten scoundrel. So you need to do it yourself. Then you'll know that yours has officially gotten in. And then he may correct them. Maybe printing 4 or 5 or 6 is going to be lucky number 5. Ooh, printing number 5, because he says there's 5 clues. That's when we're going to get the corrected book, the like final corrected book.
People in the chat get it. They know Android's better. Okay.
Oh,
although Steve Jobs is in the TTI book. Book availability. Yeah, we're still waiting on that long boat from China, huh?
Yeah. So I went up on all the different manufacturers today. Denise actually got her book in the last couple of days. I don't know if they found one like in a back alley of Barnes and Noble or what. Hers is still the first version. The second versions are not, or the second, well, it is second version, second printing, third is not in anyone's hot little hands that I know of today. So if you get one, let us know. And yeah, there you go.
All right, now we get to the fun stuff, everybody, and that
Wait,
is
no, we had I thought we had another one. TTOKA.
That's the fun stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant the ciphers.
That is the fun stuff for me. Okay, TTOKA. If you guys don't know, you should go watch the show we did last Thursday, because we did a show on a $500,000 treasure hunt that nobody knows about. And Bart K, the author, TTOKA got Cowlazars is the new term, because he sold out of books just about that night as soon as we did it. But here's the thing. This guy's kind of like the opposite of JCB. I'm not going to go into it. Go watch Thursday's show. It's called TTOKA. He only created 100 books for this treasure hunt. 100 books, and that's it. And now they're almost sold out. So let's go to the website, TTOKA.
No, let's not go to the website. No, you said everything you need to say. This is about ciphers. We have 274 people watching for ciphers.
TTOKA.org, everybody. This is another $500,000 treasure hunt. There are not sold out of the comb version, the very nice journal. There are 9 left. 9 left. But here's the deal, because me and K-Pro are Cowlazars and K-Pro. We had an extra copy that we put up on eBay. Now, some people may be saying, oh, why'd you put it on eBay? Why couldn't you just give it away? So we have some expenses that we have for the Treasure Hunter Conference that's coming up. Share, copy, and there is the link to eBay. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Joe Chapman. Appreciate it. There's the link to the eBay auction that is for the TTOKA book that is out of stock and no more to be ever made unless Bart changes his mind. And I feel as the creator, he can change his mind if he wants to.
And we started at $1, but if we could get just a couple $100 to be able to, we provide lots of stuff at the con, and Christmas, we're getting carried away again. So we're trying to leverage.
The book was $100 on the website. This auction is up to $112. This auction ends this Sunday at 12:30 p.m. I am going to go live, and we're going to watch the end of this auction together. And whoever wins it, I will put it in the mail the next day. It's free shipping and all that fun stuff. So if you're getting to the TTOKA, go to TTOKA, check out the website, see if it's your kind of treasure hunt. $500,000, a lot of Bitcoin. There's the book. You can buy it. And who knows? Maybe some other people will be selling it in the future. But for right now, that's the only way you can get this comb.
Oh, and I have an update. Dustin said I'm getting a new rig. No, we thought we were. We found the truck we wanted. We came home to get the title to trade in my old truck, which is 14 years old and 168,000 miles later. We can't find it. So I made an appointment at the DMV 6 weeks out, and then they take 8 weeks to get us the title. So I'm going to get my new truck in 3 or 4 months. Totally sucks.
It's going to be our Christmas present, type of Christmas. But yeah, without a title, you can't sell the truck. So
okay.
Yeah, Womp Womp is right, Dustin. Okay. Now we're going to talk about Seeking Treasure Con, because that's what you have on the list.
Yes, Seeking Treasure Con's coming up. Some people have been asking for the program. I'll get it up right after we go over this awesome stuff. Not tonight, probably, but I'm putting the program together. If you have something to donate, email seekingtreasurecon@gmail.com. If you have something to donate, if you have any questions, we have, I think, about 10 to 15 spots left.
We only have 10 to 15 left, everybody. It's probably going to sell out. Somebody just bought in today, as a matter of fact.
Charles Chapman,
email, you get all the info.
Santa Fe, Arizona was corrected. It was a boo-boo. It was an accident. Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that. Other than some very high IQ functioning people are not very good at day-to-day stuff. Maybe John's like a savant. I don't know.
Then maybe you would know that and not tell people literally pay attention to details. And when you're notified of it, because it was talked about day one and it wasn't corrected for like a long time. But we digress. We've got to get to
All right, let's get into it. There is some breaking news here, everybody, I think. The Discord's been rocking. Our Discord link is down below. Cowlazars Grand Adventure. Here we go. Should we share it or should we just end it? Should we share it? Okay.
You stop it.
No, we'll share it. Okay.
Stop it. See, I'm
all right. Special thanks to the people on Discord. So I've pivoted, everybody. I'm working on TTOKA. K-Pro's leading the charge on JCB. Hopefully we can find both of them. I'll be back to JCB eventually. I had to take a break. The word search.
I'm going to find it before you get back to it.
The word search was pissing me off so much. I had to take a break. So I'm working on TTOKA. K-Pro, what did you and the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew and Alfred Hitchcock and the Three Investigators and Encyclopedia Brown and everybody else in Discord, whatever nicknames I can come up with, what did you guys discover with the word?
So first I want to say on Discord, some of you guys are saying you can't keep up. Can we do like a daily recap? I can't, but I can at least give you the week's recap. And a lot of it's here. So we have a past and future box sub-channel. We have a word search sub-channel, and now we have a Ready Player One sub-channel. We're talking hundreds and hundreds, I would say thousands of posts a day. So you kind of have to be in there and ready. And so last night, this is why I'll say it's a collaborative effort. I'm going to try to give individual props to those that post it first. I cracked one of the ciphers. I actually cracked a cipher, guys. And then I needed Mike to check it. Mike finally checked it at midnight once everybody was settled down and all that.
Give you my honest opinion tonight.
Yes. And then he said it was good. So I asked everybody to go and speakeasy. Then right after that, Omnivore or Omna whatever came in and cracked another one. Then it's like 3 a.m. People are cracking stuff left and right. So here's just a few of the regulars that come in. We're talking Beeves, Dirt, Omno, JR, Hikoro, Parzival. Isn't that funny? Parzival, get it? Parzival. Joe, Danielle, Bird, Chained, Poseidon, Nick, Paul, Colt. That's just naming a few, but we are pretty, I'm going to say hardcore in there. If you come in and try to troll and go, I know something, no, you're not going to last very long in there. We come in, we share, we give information, we collaborate. Yeah, maybe somebody will come in and swoop it from us if that happens. I don't think so, because we got this. Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to say thank you to the Discord peeps. They're like the new home. We had such a horrible couple of years with just bad. There was a lot of maybe negative and bad stuff. This is the group. I love them. Okay, keep going.
All right. Okay. What we need to crack it. And we really thought if it's a good puzzle, you have to use all the letters, right, K-Pro?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to figure out. Go ahead.
So there's, I'm going to show you the word search in a second, but what I have been trying to focus on, and I think a lot of people in the Discord, is corners. The corners of the word search. We haven't had a use for them. 14, 15, and we used to think they were all in one, but there's really 3 different, and I'm going to show you that in a second, 3 different areas of line 14, 15. The wild and crazy, TN, SC, and C, which is right under the plus sign O's in the middle, and then these leftover O's. I'm going to tell you, we're cracking at least half of this tonight, plus more. Bring it, Mike. Next.
All right, you're promising a lot. Here we go, everybody. Strap in, thumbs up, and
Strap in. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for Discord
choice.
crew.
Popcorn.
The rock star. I'm calling them the rock stars. Okay. So you've already seen this before, but I've cleaned it up a little bit. So in the yellow are the words that we have used just regularly.
We have circled.
Yeah. So count, round, 3. Now, some of you say, no, you still have to use less. This is what we did to get over on the right. And I know I have a typo. I'm sorry. I cut and pasted it in so we couldn't change it as a picture. There are 5 clues in this word search, but do not tell anyone. Line them up. 3 are on special bends and turns. Just remain steady to complete the mission.
Okay.
That saying is in blue.
Oh, blue. I'm sorry. Blue.
And the OR accidentally got a little bit different color blue. I grabbed the wrong color. Sorry. So that's in blue. Then what we have from there is the leftover O's, which are in purple. The leftover O's, you can see 2 of them are a little bit darker.
Nice, Ryan.
Okay, cool. That's all. Okay. Nice. Okay. So the 2 that are a little bit darker or purples, you could actually use either one to make the message. And I think later it's going to be important where these O's are. So I put it a little bit darker. You can use one. If you use one, then you can't use the other, etc. Okay. Then we have these gray ones. These gray ones we haven't used for anything yet. But also, we have 2 places that the rule gets bent, is how John puts it. I said broken. Like, why did we wrap around turns? If you guys remember, like, maybe 2 weeks ago, we did a show, and Mike's like, I don't know if we should use turns because what rule tells us that? Because we're breaking the rule. Well, John calls it a bend, and he tells us to bend the rules. I'll show you that in a second. It was a cipher, and I found it. Okay, so that's just going to give us the precursor of what we're looking at. We're going to solve a bunch of ciphers, then we're going to update this. Then we're going to get it before Christmas. Okay. Here we go.
All right, let's speed it along, for God's sake.
Oh my God, you talked about TTOKA for 10 minutes.
I got a TTOKA Zoom to do when this is over. All right, go ahead.
Shut your pie hole. Okay, so let's start. Omnilore is the name of the person that discovered this and shared it first. You get full credit, but I get credit for putting it in a PowerPoint and sharing it with all you guys. Discord already has it. So last night she came in maybe 2 a.m. and QVU, BMA, APS are the 3 corners, not the 4th one because we use that with Sapphire.
Over that real quick. QVU, upper left-hand corner. BMA, upper right. APS, lower left. Now, 0 is one we circled, or you have it in gray, but in other words, it stops here because we would circle 0, in my opinion. Yes. Okay. Those 3 corners, QVU, BMA, APS, what do we do with it, K-Pro?
Okay, so you're going to take John and you're going to shift it 19. Or you're going to take QVU and shift it 19 to make John. Then you're going to take BMA and shift it -19 because you know how in RPO he had to go left. Or just in general, Mike likes 19. He told me not to say that. That's fine. TIH. And then you're not going to shift it all. Did you wonder why there was a 0 in the word search? Because you don't shift it at all, and that's called a shift.
So, all right, hang on. Let me play devil's advocate here. You're saying in the 3 corners of the word search, use the word 19 that's in the word search to shift. QVU shifting 19 to the right becomes JON. And again, for anybody who doesn't understand a substitution, a shift cipher, you're just counting the alphabet. When you get to Z, you start over again at A. So start at Q and just count 19, you end up at J. QVU shifted 19 to the right equals John. BMA shifted 19 to the left in reverse equals TIH, and APS is a 0 shift. You're saying that's why 0 is in the word search.
Can I also go back one?
Uh-huh.
Because somebody just said this, Daniel.
Okay.
So QVU, is 19 on that line?
It is, yeah.
And 0, is that on the APS line?
Oh, that's pretty good, guys.
Daniel Beaver. Oh, Beeves, that's Beeves. Beeves. Look at that. Bees is so
Right
smart.
here, right?
I love
That's pretty
bees.
nice. That's pretty good. And that is the pattern. That is the logic that we're looking for
pattern.
to make sure that this is correct and it's
Son of
not
a-
coincidence. It's not happenstance. That one's pretty good. And you figured this out, Kate, bro? You cracked
I
it?
didn't figure out that part, but I figured out. No. This is omnivore.
Letters.
This is omnivore. No.
Omnivore,
I have
I'm
a
sorry,
whole different
omnivore,
one.
okay.
We have so many that we're
So,
cracking. I'm giving omnivore.
I mean, I was banging my head against a rock or against the book trying to figure these corners out because I'm like, it's got to mean something. You don't.
19 at the top and 0 at the bottom. Look at
That's pretty good.
damn.
So
You guys rock.
QVU and BMA, you shift 19. APS, you shift 0. The words, I mean, it's perfect.
It's
Now,
right
wait,
there. I mean,
wait.
it's sitting
What do
right
those letters mean? I mean, yeah, you
Oh,
can
go to
shift
the
them,
next
but What
slide.
does it spell? Okay, bro, what does it spell?
It says join paths.
So JONTIHAPS is an anagram, and it anagrams to join paths. So 19 and 0 are in there. That's why we shifted them that much. The go left, I understand Joust. Did he play left and then he played right? If he played on both sides, I just don't remember off the top of my head. If he played on both sides, I could see it.
When she initially shared it, it was shift 7. And then, but it's also shift -19 because that equals 26.
Negative
so you can
19
go
is
either
better.
way.
That's better.
-19 is better because 19 is in the word search line 1. Oh,
But wait a
geez.
minute. Okay, so if it's supposed to say join paths, what does that mean? Or are we not there yet?
Well, over on the right, what type of path? Is this a path in the word search? Is it a boots on the
Or is
ground
it boots
path?
on the ground?
This is where our consensus ends. I think everybody loved join paths, and we give full credit to her. She did kill it.
I'm the lore. Okay,
I'm
thank you.
sorry. I'm the omnivore.
But you don't have to be a genius, Tigger says. I don't think doing that is a genius. I don't think counting letters left and right is
If you don't know your alphabet and how to count to 19, I don't think that's genius level, but that's just me.
Well, we know what John said.
You don't have to be a genius to solve the clues.
And he also said,
Unfortunately, I'm not that brilliant.
there you go, everybody. So John's telling us I think that's legit, 100% legit because the numbers are there. And that's breaking news. I don't think I've heard anybody mention this before.
She rocked it.
Discord last night.
And then people made fun of me because I was just going to sleep. I shared mine. It was up until like 1:30. She shared this at like 2. And then we were all excited again. And then we went, but it was just a long night.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Can it be John is path? The anagram.
Path is John.
But what does that mean? I mean, now join paths. If your boots on the ground, it could be where two paths come together or something.
No,
A confluence.
it's join pass. That's it.
Right.
Joe says, good job, folks. He likes it. Nope, it's join. That's it.
I mean, there's a logical pattern. The 19 is there. You shift the 3 letters that we haven't used 19. The 0 is there. You shift that 0. That's it.
Look what Craig Carter says.
Right. Yeah. Didn't I say that? Oh, I didn't say that. Yes. Let's go back. Shift right because 19 is on the right and shift left because 19 is on the, well, wait, what does that mean? He lost
So
me.
you're
on that.
shifting backwards when it.
Oh,
I
QVU is backwards or forwards? QVU is
I
backwards.
don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's keep going. We're going to be here all night and you have a whatever to do.
Anyway. All right. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I think that is a reasonable explanation for the 3 corners that everybody was getting crazy over. I had to take a break from it. Good job, Discord people. Good job, Omnivore.
Aren't anagrams ambiguity?
But we're not done yet.
Not in my opinion. If you use that now, a lot of people are sending me their anagrams and they have an additional letter or 2 left over. But could it be a coincidence that John has, there are 5 clues in this word search and every single letter used except for a couple? Could be. If it's not, doesn't fit you, maybe.
Now, Miss Rar says, I seen this 2 days ago on the TTI unofficial podcast. Okay, if that's the case, then give them credit. But we didn't know that. We didn't see it. I don't know if they're in our Discord. I don't know if they're posting in our Discord. They should post their links in our Discord for the podcast. Is what they should be doing. Okay, next one.
We need to make a social media area for people to post their stuff because there's some
we
good
should.
stuff. I've watched parts of theirs. I watched theirs actually right before. That was the one I had on right before the show. I've watched them. I don't know if I hit every show, but if they did it too, yay! Now it's out to every 294 of you. Okay, keep going. What about the E? Diana says. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay,
What
which
E?
Don't know.
Wait, let's go back. Well, maybe 9. She means this E, but if you use 9, but then are you using the number 9? Do we use 9? We do use 9 later on, right? For the anagram. Yeah, we do.
Somewhere. Yes, we
use
do.
9.
Keep
We
going.
use 9. So you circle. So the word is 19 and the word 9 circled because you use 9 and 19, and we're going to show you how in 1 second. Good catch, though. Good question. Good question.
Good
Okay.
question.
And we didn't know that 2 weeks ago. I didn't know 9 was in 19, but it's there. And we use
Okay,
it.
bees is in here. So this is the beeves. Okay, so over now on the right side. So we've kind of solved the corners, and we'll update our little picture.
Okay.
Over to the right. Estes, you did one today, and I saw that you started it, and you're like, if you think you need a solve for 14, 15, you should just drop off, and I'm going to tell you why you don't need a solve. And I thought, we just came up with the solve. So I didn't watch the whole thing. I did watch the beginning. And I'm trying to keep up with all you people, but we're solving ciphers, for God's sake. Okay.
Well, Estes.
Goonies never say die.
So we all have our own opinions. Nobody knows who's right until a box is found. So keep making your videos and keep going with your theories. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Where we at
So
here?
over to the right is the BCCASLIY. This is like an
sapphire
eye test. Okay. So if you anagram it, just basic anagram, play basic ciphers. Boom. That's it.
You're saying BCCASLIY and SAPPHIRE anagrams to play basic ciphers. Now, the only reason I don't like it is we circled sapphire. So why are we anagramming it with the line above? Because sapphire was a word we circled.
You can ask John that, but this is how it works.
Okay. But it is interesting.
Why did you use line? Why don't you use less? I don't know. You need to ask John.
That's true. But it is interesting that those two lines anagram perfectly.
Is sapphire a proper noun?
Let's check. That's a good question. Actually, I wasn't going to say no, but let's check. Is
You have to solve
sapphire
14,
a
15,
proper
and everything else will make sense. We have all of 14, 15, or we have completed this. There might be another layer. That's why I put completed, not solved. Some people think there's a double layer meaning, and that's okay too, but this is the first layer.
No, sapphire is not a proper noun, unfortunately. It is a common noun referring to a type of precious
Some
stone.
people say yes, some people say no in the chat. Okay, doesn't matter why. We have play basic ciphers. Now, I looked up online, and I can tell you there's different lists, but every single list says anagrams, Caesar shift cipher, substitution cipher, and book ciphers are the most basic of all the ciphers out there. So you can get in, some of them have veneer as one, some of them have some of the other ones, the ADF cipher, which was like a military cipher. But every one of them says these are the basic ciphers. I'm going to show you a list of all the ciphers at the end. Stone Puka is in the house. And
Stone Puka.
says, love it. Yeah, he gave us a super chat.
No, Stephen Marilot. What are you talking about?
He says Stone Puka.
Oh, yes. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much. That's from Stephen.
I
Thank
actually
you.
looked up Puka
Yeah.
last night because
We
of his post
appreciate
in Discord. Go to Discord. Okay,
We
so
do have some live audio from JCB on this, though.
You don't have to be a genius to solve the clues.
So the question is, are these basic ciphers more high-level stuff? Would a common person understand that this is what you have to do? And that's the question. He said no grand cipher. Can we use basic ciphers?
So if he says no grand cipher, I think he's, why wouldn't he just say no ciphers at all? So he's saying there's, I mean, he has a cryptogram in there. So we know there's a cipher. The second is, if you don't know the alphabet and how to count to 26, that's not genius level. That's like what, second grade, first grade? I don't think I've been able to understand these. There's no keys involved. There's no extra anagram solvers and things. So no, this is basic.
Okay.
This is a basic treasure hunting puzzle, Joe says. Exactly. Okay.
If K-Pro's saying it's basic, K-Pro is not. She does not like the coded passages, as it says on TTOKA.org. She is not into ciphers. Not before this book. She is now. She is solving stuff left and right. So I think it's in play. I think they're basic. It's not a grand cipher. It's not something crazy. But again, play basic ciphers. Now, what does that mean to you, K-Pro?
To me, so I looked it up and I asked AI. AI told me anagram, Caesar shift, substitution, and book ciphers are basic ciphers. They are the most basic. Right now, other than a book cipher, this is all that JCB has used. Now, there might be some grand cipher, even though he says there's not. Maybe there is one, and some people have gotten them, and I think you're wrong. But you get to do what you want.
More audio from JCB.
Unfortunately, I'm not that brilliant.
You see, it's not high-level stuff. Again, he said he spent 4 years on the puzzles, didn't tell anybody, didn't have any help. That's what he says. I like it. I mean, play basic ciphers is a hell of a coincidence. You have the word sapphire. He knows we're going to try and anagram it. Somebody said maybe the 0 means you stop. You don't circle the sapphire because you stop at the 0. There are no more words. 0 more words.
Exactly.
Thank you, Matt Mardigan. And again, it's not my solve. I think it's a group.
This is Beeves. This is Beeves. Beeves for president.
Yeah, we got to give these people credit. That's
yes.
Sure. And if TTI podcast, the unofficial, had it before us, then give them credit for sure.
Well, and here's the cool part. Sometimes people come in and they'll have part of it and then they'll throw it to the group. Okay, this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. And everybody was excited about it. And they said it was a much bigger deal. I wasn't actually, I was like, okay, it's a little thing. They're like, no, it's huge because we don't have to stare at that line anymore. Okay. So line 15, 14, 15 in the middle. We call it the 5x2. That's the XZF-DQ NGQZP.
All right, hang on. Let's go back real quick because we do have a comment. This guy, Dream Psi 2, says, I've been waiting for someone to solve the anagram in the bottom, but you missed it. So here it is. This is their opinion. It is not play basic. You use the APS, so it is apply a basic cipher. Did we have that?
You apply a basic, you're using APS, which is the other corner.
Right. So he uses this and the other corner, but he doesn't use the middle for some reason. So, I mean, it's possible, but I like it. I like the 3-corner solution better for sure. But again, until somebody finds a box, we'll find out. JCB better explain all this when a box is found, when this box is found.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, April. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we have our 5x2. All you need to do is 12 in the word search, Mike. Is the number 12 in the word search?
Number 12. The word 12 is in the word
search.
Shift
to 12. Boom. The end. That wasn't hard.
Wait a minute. So you took the middle. So the message ends on X. A lot of people are like, there's only one X in the word search, and it ends right here. And I get that. Our anagrammed message ends on mission. But you took these middle 10 and you just shifted them 12.
Right. And I came up with LNTREBUEND.
And that anagrams to what?
Rule, bend, NT.
Bend it like Beckham.
Okay.
Rule, bend, NT. And what do you think that means?
So if you guys remember, we put in dark blue. So look right under the red rule, bend, RT. If you guys remember, we broke a rule to use turns. Remember, everybody said, but wait, it goes to a second line and 11's there. And Mike said, oh, you have to have directions to do that. He gave us directions. He said, bend the rule. Go to the next line at the NT, which is right there in the word search. Mike, you said this means he has to have something like this for it to be a good puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, John's got to direct us on what to do. You can't just willy-nilly, I choose this, you choose that, and Joey down the street chooses something else. So I like it. This anagrams, you use a word in the word search, as we did with the other shift. You shift this to rule, bend, NT. So I understand him saying bend the rules. Rule, bend. What are we bending the rules for? NT for the word turns.
Turns.
And that's breaking news, everybody. K-Pro came up with this one.
I did that. That was me.
She was yelling and screaming upstairs. And again, for anybody who's new, the anagram message says bends, or the only thing that would make sense is turns. But we were like, but you're breaking the rule by going through a yellow wall. Oh, yellow wall is a word we circled. And we're going down to a different line that we didn't have to do any before. But JCB right there says bend the rule on the NT. So I think it makes sense. It's simple, it's clean, and it makes sense. What do you guys think? That's pretty huge.
The anagram message is wrong, JP is saying. What are you talking about? Maybe you have a different one, but this one is correctly, like there's the correct. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to get distracted.
Right.
Here, let me go even further, Mike. I don't think this only tells us. Really, what does this tell us?
First, it says bend the rule on NT. Right. What do you mean? Okay.
First, this tells us that there is rules in his mind. He's not doing things willy-nilly. Some, including myself, have thought, well, is he going to hold it that strict? He is. He's holding it that strict. That's important, I think, for us. Even though it's a small discovery, it's an important one. The next one is, this is how JCV defines a bend. So remember when he said, there are 5 clues in this word search, 3 are on bends and turns.
Okay.
He defines a bend as going from one down to the next. Is that going to be one of the ways that we discover another part of this puzzle? A bend is where the R then goes to the N.
Or is that a turn? What would be
No,
a bend
he's
or a
saying
turn?
it's bent. Or you're saying the rule is
Oh,
the
because
bend.
the rule bend. I took it as
Yeah.
you're bending the rules. The rule bend. You bend the
Yeah.
rules on NT. But I understand what you're saying. There are 5 clues in this word search. 3 are on bends and turns. I think we've just bends or turns. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think we just confirmed that is the proper message. So,
Well, Stuck and Chase Andy said, why would the cipher reveal something that you can figure out without it? You already had turns. 2 things. A lot of people didn't because it broke a rule.
right.
And Mike was saying it's not a great puzzle then if it doesn't direct us
like
to
it.
do it.
I don't
So
like it.
both of those resolved. John's a genius. We don't have to be a genius, but John's a genius. Okay.
Well, that he made all this work in this 15 by 20 grid is pretty crazy.
Okay. Wait, go back.
Oh, I thought we were.
No.
All right,
Okay.
sorry.
And then the third is we don't have to stare at this 5 by 2 anymore. These are the other important, these are just important notes. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours have been spent on this darn thing. And look what happened. Excuse me.
Yeah, Tyler says, I think you shouldn't post this. What are you doing, Capro? Are you trying to find it or what's going on here?
Maybe I
Jeez.
already have it. And I'm just helping you guys figure
Back
out.
there. You guys see it on the coffee table back
Yeah,
there?
right there.
All right. But Tyler, again, we still have to figure out what the 5 clues are. What we're doing, I think, is confirming the right message that was hidden in a very clever way. Kudos to JCB. And now that we have the message and now that we understand why we use the word turns, because I didn't like it, but now that John's telling us, rule bend on the NT, I get it. Now, what are the 5 clues? That's the trick to finding.
And here's what I think. Give a penny, take a penny. Now, should I just be sharing with Beeves and Dirt and the couple of other people that are really sharing up there? Sure. But I'm given a penny and I think it comes around. It's like karma. Some people have shared stuff with me that they said, because you helped me, I'm going to help you, even though you did it to the masses. And here's the other thing. Some people say, did you share everything? I have shared everything my team has allowed me to share. Have we shared everything? No. So there is some pieces and parts to our individual spot and boots on the ground that we have not shared. So, but I think this is going to further us quicker to get to. So, but hey, that's what we're here for and it's fun and it makes social connections and we got you. We can get you. Okay, go.
All right, then keep your secrets.
Okay, some people think we shouldn't share. But here's one. It works, but 12 isn't on the same line like 19 was. So let's go back to the words.
Yeah, 12 is on.
12 is where, Capro?
Right where turns is.
12 is right there where turns is.
Yeah.
And you shifted 12 to.
Holy crap. That's a really.
I don't know what to tell you. It just makes sense. It just doesn't it, James? I mean, it just makes sense.
That's why we have a second
other
3.
numbers used for.
Yeah,
right?
that's why we have a second 3.
Count 11. Why? What are we counting 11? We haven't figured that part out yet. So there's more to this.
Oh, that's a pattern.
Like a puzzle box. This is like a puzzle box, but in a word search. We're looking for a puzzle box. This is a puzzle box. Ryan P says I like it. Therefore, it's settled. There it is. I think that's huge, though. I do think it's huge. All right, let's go
Actually,
back.
this is
We're not
huge.
done, are we? Or was
This
that it?
is huge that I didn't even notice. It's
I think
12.
so.
That's what you shift for the
I
turn.
may have to come back, pivot back to JCB's book now.
Come on back.
Because
The water's warm.
TTOKA is a code breaker, Charlie. You think this is hard? Try TTOKA.
Exactly. So this will get you warmed up. Okay, Mike, have you ever been to in your 20s or in your Navy days? Did you ever go to a pool party? Like a raging pool party?
Okay, yeah. Where you going with this?
The water's warm. We're all
In the
partying
Navy.
outside. We have all of our drinks. We got the music blaring. You have the
Yeah.
boom box in the backyard. The
Right.
water's warm. Get in the TTI pool. Gosh darn
The
it.
TTI pool.
Yeah.
The weather's fine, except it's winter. But in spring,
Okay, we have
a lot
more.
of people-
We have more. We have
Oh,
more.
we're not done. Okay.
No,
So
because that would be like a half a show. We're going to bring you everything tonight.
So hang on. You
I'm
say
so
right
pumped.
here,
Okay.
rule bend NT, but what if it's TN as well? What do you mean by
That's okay.
Yeah.
So look over 5 where the TN that we
Yeah.
haven't used.
Where the
What if there's
states are?
something we got to do
Tennessee,
there.
North Carolina.
I don't know. I just got a crazy idea and I didn't flesh it out. Navy guys are known for hating pool parties. Crazy theory. Could there be a double meaning where it's not only NT, but it could be TN and TN needs to be shifted to, we got to try that. Not right now, but TN, NC, SC, let's shift. Maybe we shift it because that's what we did with everything else.
I see what Wavebreaker's saying. He's saying 19 is on the line with the words, the letters you shifted, but 12 is not on the line with the letters you shifted. In other words, 12 should be down here on the bottom. is what he's saying.
Well, ask JCB. It works. I don't know why.
I understand what you're saying, Wavebreaker. Well, because it is on the line that the
confirmer.
shift refers to,
It's a
I still
confirmer.
think it's valid.
It's
I mean, how can he make all this fit exactly?
I know it's a confirmer.
It's like doing a puzzle, but the puzzle's face down, and all we see is the back, and we're trying to put it all together. It's crazy.
Confirmer.
Good point, though, Wavebreaker. Good point. Okay, so you're thinking there's more here. So
There
we don't
could
know what to
be.
do with TN, NC,
Okay.
and SC.
TN, NC, SC.
Count 11.
Maybe
Maybe shift by 11.
I got to do a shift because I'm an advanced code breaker and I got to work on just shifting. I feel like a rock star for. I
shift
just
5,
shifted.
then
and
11, then something.
Yeah,
Flip
5,
it up,
11.
smack it, rub it down.
Oh,
all
me.
All right. So what's next? That's awesome, though. It is breaking news. And I think
It is.
everybody should thumbs up this video.
Shift
Everybody
5.
should share this video, and
Shift
everybody
5.
should subscribe. Because when we find things out, we are going to go live with it until we actually are at that point to go get the box. And then we'll go get the box, and then we'll go live with that. So that's how that's going to work in the springtime. What's next?
Okay, so over on the left side, I tried everything for hours and hours and hours, and I actually fell asleep on my word search, which was terrible. So here's the deal. Here's my leading theory, and I don't know. I'm going to mark it completed. We already used mission. We already used 0. We already used APS. This is done. Take it off the board. It's completed.
Right. I like that. So we've used all the letters except for TN, SC, and NC, right? Except for those 6.
Well, I
used
got a
every
slide
other
on that.
letter.
Easy does it there, Bronco. No.
Okay. No, we didn't. All right.
No, we did, but I have a visual. So go to the next slide. Come on, Bronco.
No, I can't.
That's when we asked John to give us the answer, and he said, "No, I can't." All right. Okay. Actually, I asked John how many clues are in the book, and he said, "No, I can't tell you." Okay. What remains? Red and purple. So the green. Let me just go through it. The green is the 4 corners, spells join paths. You missed the S. Join
I
paths.
did. Sorry.
There again, we circle the words, and now we're using the words on the word search. I like it.
Yeah.
There are 5 clues in this word search. We do not tell anyone. Line them up. 3 are on special, which is spelled wrong. Special, bends, and turns. Just remain steady to complete the mission. We now know that the reason turns is correct is because of this shift right here. We shifted at 12, which is right here where the turns is. Bend, rule, NT.
Boom.
Play. Now you're saying this is play basic ciphers. So
Right.
okay, so now we have to go over the basic ciphers, which I guess you did already, right?
Oh, I have a slide on that. Just wait there, Bronco. Just
We have a slide.
hold your horses, Bronco.
And now we have not used these 6 in the red. And then, of course, in the purple are all the separators,
Right.
the O's. I mean, do we do
Right,
something
right.
with that, or are they
Right,
just
right.
separators? We don't know.
I'm so pumped.
Whoa, what is this?
Okay. So on the left are the things that I believe we have cracked,
It could be.
which is also completed. We have the hidden message that says there are 5 clues in this word search. What is the method? We had letters between words, and it was an anagram. It's one of the basics, guys.
Mhm.
The second one, we have the numbers. What numbers do we have in the word search? 3, 5, 9, 11, 12, and 19. If you use the Caesar site, the Caesar anagram, first it's a Caesar, and then it's an anagram. You get
Right.
sickle. Those of you that think I only have sickle because of Pac-Man, you're wrong. I don't know who came up with this. It wasn't me. It's brilliant. It's a double confirmer. It's in Tahoe. You need to go to Tahoe.
Well, that is pretty cool. And I think maybe we did a show on this 2 weeks ago or something. But if you take each individual number, I know 3 is in the word search twice. And there's a 0. But 0 is not a letter. And we only took 3 once. But if you take 3, 5, 9, 11, 12, and 19, it is anagram. You just the position in the alphabet. It does anagram to sickle, which is the trail right there in Lake Tahoe. It's kind of interesting. Okay, number 3, Kate.
Cryptogram. We know the cryptogram's at the bottom. That's a substitution.
Chapter, yeah.
That's considered a basic cipher. Number 4, we have the corners. That's join pass. That is a Caesar anagram, which is considered a basic cipher. The 5x2, bend, rule, NT. It is a Caesar anagram. Do you see a pattern here? It is a basic cipher. 15 right is basic. Play basic ciphers. That's an anagram. It's
So
all basic.
What K-Pro's saying is that John is telling us play basic ciphers, do these ciphers on these letters until you get the answer. I like it. It is pretty interesting. It's just those 6 letters in the middle now.
Yeah.
Or
So
does that mean Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, that's the area, that's where it's located?
Okay, so these are the things that I think most of us have consensus. There's a few people that it's like, no, your anagram's still wrong or whatever. But for the most part, most people, if I can get Mike to agree, then that means it's virtually impossible to argue with.
I see
Now,
the logic.
where do we see ourselves arguing? Let's go over to the right. So the remaining letters, we have the O's, we have the TN and CSC. Some people think that's a state. I personally think it's a Pac-Man style, and that's what we're going to use to get to our final location. Because up to this point, other than sickle, which is Van Sickle loop, which is a huge loop, we don't have anything that's telling us exactly where to go. So we have a whole nother layer coming.
Our friend JR said, finally, you're saying what I said. Lots of little ciphers. You're just doing it in a different way.
You used a veneer because the other lady used a veneer and nobody can replicate it. No, in much more simple up to this point. Now, there might be some more sophisticated ones later, but I'm not going to assume that. I think he's going Pac-Man. But anyway, that is
that's all you care about.
That was for JR. All right.
Okay. So interpretation of the clues, like join path, you were asking, what does that mean? I don't know. Is it a path in the word search? Is it a path on the ground? Why are we joining them? What does joining mean? Does that mean that comes together as a junction? I don't know these things. I'm just telling you it says join paths because ciphers are replicatable and they are able to be applied so other people can create them again. They're not just one time and then the person disappears. You know who you are and you put us all in a frenzy and we can't replicate it. And now we would love you to come back, but we spent days doing your stuff and it didn't work. Okay, I digress. You know who you are. She knows who she is.
being right.
Okay. That was it.
Okay. No, go back.
Good.
I'm not done with the
sorry.
slide for crying out loud. So some people, what does bends mean? Some people think that's bend around Pac-Man. Some people think that's bend, you turn the boots on the ground. I don't know which one it is. Is there a pattern with these leftover O's? Mike, what do you think the leftover O's are going to be used for? Are they just sitting there staring at us like eyes?
Oodles and oodles of O's, you know. I don't, the O's just could be separators to make the anagram better, or they could actually be used as part of a puzzle. Could John really be that smart that he used all of it?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Then what now? We don't have we don't have anything. So where are we going to find another? If the O's are just sitting there and they're just there for like looking pretty.
Yeah. Well, they're separators. There is but is there a
no?
purpose?
But how do you go boots on the ground? What else is there to solve?
You have to figure out the 5 clues. Obviously,
what are they?
There are 5 clues in this word search. I don't think we have a definitive consensus on what the 5 clues are. Super chat from Stephen M. $5. Thank you very much. Mike gave me this clue. If he knows it, T on the map gives us a good starting point. If the puzzle is also a map, the T on the map. Where's the T on the map? Oh, for Tennessee, probably. Tennessee.
Okay. D-Pro is pretty shy. But I asked him when he was like 6 or 7, I'm like, tell a joke for everybody. And he turns and he goes, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Oh, that was all right. I hit the wrong one. The O's form a map. A lot of people think the O's, you can overlay it on the right search area, and that actually tells you where to go.
There you go. Okay, go back to the.
B says he has an idea, but he's got to wait for springtime.
Yeah. So, I think you guys are hitting my point. Everybody has a different interpretation.
Map.
Mike, PowerPoint, please.
Oh, at the end? All right.
Yeah. Last one.
Bouncing around over here.
So there is a list of these are the things remaining that we don't know. Is there another layer? What are the O's? Okay. He says line them up. What is that? Is that like a try the wheel type of thing? I actually made one physically with
there are 5 clues in this word search. Line them up. Yeah, that is a good question. How do we line them? First, what are the 5 clues? And then how do you line them up? Now, it could just be when your boots on the ground, line them up, point to point to point, like a pirate map.
See, I think it's around. You go with Pac-Man and you have to line it up to read it. That's what I think.
Well, that's why nobody's found it yet. We're still trying to figure that out.
Okay. And then a lot of real estate of words came up. Do not tell anyone. Why is he putting do not tell anyone or steady to remain the Yeah, he's telling us to be quiet and I'm not going to.
All right, then keep your secrets.
It's a secret, everybody, except it's not a secret on the Cowlazer show because we blow it out of the water. And now all of you know. But again, the trick, this is great that we've made it this far. The book's been out, what, a month and a half? But we've got to figure out.
Some people a lot longer.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, wait, I'm not done.
Yeah, Zozo gets it. Line them up could mean make a new search with the zeros and a vertical line. I've tried that, Zozo. I haven't seen anything that works yet. But just like try the wheel for the Forest Fen community out there where we lined it up with the word treasure, there could be the O's could be how you line it up and you shift lines. And that's why he says, I hope you excel in it, because that would be an easy way to shift the lines. Or you can make a cryptex like K-Pro did.
You know what was really funny?
Out of a paper towel roll with the word search and twist it, which is what she did. I don't know why you don't show that. That was pretty cool.
I don't know where it is. I don't have it up here in my new Red Drum board. Okay, so here's the other thing. Somebody messaged me and said, you keep saying try the wheel. What was the result of that? Matisse Pitchfork, Realm of Horn. I cannot believe I remember that.
Matisse. And for that to be a coincidence, which for all intents and purposes, we do think it was a coincidence. But for that poem and lined up a certain way to say Matisse, not an anagram, Matisse, Pitchfork, Realm of Horn, and Matisse is a city in Wyoming with Pitchfork Road. The Big Horn Mountains are right there. I mean, it was just crazy. But.
It's crazy. Okay, go back to the PowerPoint. I have 2 more. Yeah, get over it. We're not even to an hour. Okay, book cipher. Everyone, I have decided that I don't want anything for Christmas, and I have asked Mike to crack the damn book out and get me a coherent book cipher. I spent hours. I can't find anything. You're the one who got me involved in this. I only wanted to deal with the Forest Fen chapter. If I did anything, now it's like Forest Who. I think a lot of us feel like that, or at least Chase Who. We're past that. I need a book cipher cracked from you. And then Ready Player One. Okay, so, and you could take this down now. Ready Player One. We have Minerva and Anime, who is in the Ready Player One, the last scene of the Tomb of Horrors and all of that. What does it mean? Why isn't there more Ready Player One or Bitcoin in this? If you look at past and future, how is that helping us crack this word search?
I don't know if it does, to tell you the truth.
And that's how John told us to.
I don't know if it does.
Boy, when this dame gets mad, she gets mad.
I think it's a good show. You did good, honey. Everybody in Discord, you did good. I've been banging my head against another book, but I'll be bad. That book, actually.
No, book cipher.
Leather and not hard.
All I want for Christmas is my book cipher.
So isn't it possible these 5 clues are just the 5 steps to open the box? Well, but then how do we find it, Lou? We still got to give us the clues. He says everything you need is in this word search. So that word search has got to tell us where to go. And it doesn't pinpoint a location. It may tell us where to go, but that trail is huge if we're right. So how does he pinpoint it? I got to imagine he pinpoints it somehow.
Okay, could RPO be just to direct us to an oasis? That's my take. Could O's have anything to do with oasis? I know, and he says oasis 9 times in the chapter, which I have up right over there.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Some of you have been with us for quite a while. Yeah, so thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know I think what you went over is correct. To me, the 12 and the 19 cements it for me. But now we still have to figure out what the 5 are.
Koi's a smarty pants. You need a break, Koi, from, I think you're working on App Trail or Pokemon. I don't remember. You need to come over, get me a nice little book cipher, put it in a little bow, put it under the tree, and then you could go back. And then I'll do the same for you. I'll go over and try to, I need a book cipher, guys. And that's like my specialty.
Well, why do you think there's a book cipher? Just because it's
one of the basics.
So play basic ciphers, you mean play all of them?
Yes.
So the only way you could have a book cipher in the chapter, and we're not talking about the whole book, we're talking about the past and future chapter, is to use the numbers in the word search, because you obviously need numbers in order to do a book.
You know how many paragraphs there are?
How many?
20. The highest number in the word search is 19. And you do not necessarily need that. Why are you laughing?
Well, I don't know if it's legit or you're just seeing that because you want to see it. You know what I mean?
No, I just factually said something. I just factually said something. How is that? I want to see it.
Well, no, but you're saying that means the chapters.
I'm saying it could. Hey, I'm like kind of the cipher queen right now, and you're like the guy that runs Zooms. You haven't.
Well, I would also. Ooh, so everybody remembers National Treasure, right? And they used an Ottendorf cipher, which is like a book cipher. From the yeah, easy over there. So the Ottendorf cipher, I mean, you use letters and numbers to figure out a book cipher. What if the cryptogram Sure, those letters shift into that message. What if you also use those on the book somehow as a book cipher? I don't know. I got too much in my head from those other things.
No, get rid of the other thing. You're cheating on TTI. Don't be a cheetah. Don't be a player hater.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody. I think that's it. Would anything else, K-Pro?
Yeah. Do you think it's interesting? There's 20 paragraphs and there's 20 columns in the word search. Coincidence? I think not.
Well, that's kind of interesting. And that's what I'm saying is how could you apply something to each chapter to figure it out? We'd have to do a deep dive on that, but I'm sure.
Okay, for old time's sake, are you ready? Are you ready? I wanted to say Merry Christmas to Copper Dan. For the oldies and goodies that were in here. Copper Dan is in the house.
You know which one he's talking about, don't you? There it is for 3D bronze.
No.
My.
See, I
don't mind that
one. I
don't mind that one.
O's too.
I love that one.
Oh my.
Yeah, that one's fine. I don't like it.
But
no.
Mike says no. We throw it out. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You didn't throw this out. You didn't throw it out.
No, I didn't throw it out. I think it makes sense for sure. So, okay, I think that's it. Remember, the TTOKA book is on eBay if you want it. Somebody just bid it. Just bid on it. It's up to $117. That'll end Sunday. We'll go live and show that for fun. I think we have solved some more pieces of the word search, which is great. Our Discord link's down below if you want to join the conversation. There's a lot happening in that Discord on a lot of different treasure hunts. Everybody's got their opinion on different things. And yeah, good job, honey. I think you're getting there. You're getting there, baby steps, but you're getting there.
Oh, if I will be surprised if I make it through this Christmas break without going to Tahoe to have D-Pro snowboard.
But you got to, I'll say you got to pinpoint it before you make that trip, I would think.
Of course, it wouldn't be related at all to TTI. Not at all, honey. It's for the kids.
Uh-huh. All right. I think that's it. Ooh, the whole JCB hunt answer is the Bible. All right. Hey, Bible's a valid code to use,
for Queen.
Everybody has access.
For Queen.
James R. is proud of you for the effort.
Yes. Now, can you guys get to I mean, come on. You guys got to get some. No, they're awesome. Everybody's awesome. It was fun. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a great Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from us to you and yours. And yeah, we're going to keep on keeping on these treasure hunts. It's been a lot of fun. It's a fun hobby to have. And if you're new to treasure hunts and you're just overwhelmed, like I don't even understand what's going on, don't give up. Just take your time, go slow, and just work it out.
And just watch. Since we are sharing and it's not just people being cryptic, just ask. And I mean, I was and the cool part is, we're not a bunch of jerks. We're in a forum that you are going to be able to have a protected space. And I will tell you, some people, I've done more modding over the last 3 days because we're going into winter. Some people are getting desperate. Some people are getting upset. You don't get to come in and attack anybody. And if you do, it's called bye-bye sugar pie. It's a long-standing joke that we have. That's usually my last warning. I'll say stop or bye-bye sugar pie. And then it's bye-bye sugar pie. So you have a safe place and ask dumb questions. I do all the time. They make fun of me for being so dumb. And I say, Mike laughs at me because I'm a doctor that can't write a prescription. Forrest said I needed a crutch because I'm a doctor. So yes, doctors matter too, guys. So I don't mind being made fun of, because I just cracked a cipher because of this awesome team. I love you and you and you and you, and I love all of you, and Merry Christmas.
All right. A little out of control. Thanks, Kathy. Welcome.
I haven't even started drinking.
Welcome to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park.
And Mike cooked tonight. How can you get better than this?
I cooked hamburgers on the grill. That's right. Okay. A lot going on. I'm sure we'll probably do a show Thursday. If not, we will go live Sunday. And watch the eBay auction.
If I'm here, I might be picking up a treasure box in Tahoe.
Maybe.
Feliz Navidad. Okay.
And you did say we were going to move to another. Well, I moved to another book. You were going to move to another chapter, but now you're not going to. You're stuck on.
I'm having a hard time. I like my crew. I like my peeps. I like that we are making. So look what we solved in the last 48 hours.
That's true.
That's pretty big.
So I also say this. There's an interview where JCB said there's different puzzles for different types of brains. I think I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. And it definitely sounds like the word search is for the cipher type person, programmer, analytical, logical cipher type person. Pokemon and Forest Fen and the Lion Share and the other one, Appalachian, are different. This one definitely seems like the Code Breaker Charlie one, which is just a simple shift, but that is a cipher. That is a cipher.
So then why isn't the mind that runs IT code all day, that sees machines and they have binary crap everywhere? And I go, what is that? And you're like, oh, it's blah, 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 blah. And I don't even know what it means. Why isn't that guy working on this chapter? And the one that's imaginative, that is into market, has a marketing background and all of that, imaginative. Why, honey?
I'll tell you why.
Why, honey?
Because this treasure hunt, this book right here, has at least 5 Bitcoin in it at a minimum. That's why. Because I should have been on it Bitcoin back in the beginning, and I didn't, and I'm bitter.
I have a counter.
I
have a counter.
Okay.
Bitcoin, which is money.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife being happy.
Oh, we can do both. Can't we do both?
Yes. Can you just put a little bit of time? Book cipher. Find me a book cipher. You're released for 3 months.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Me and K-Pro are okay.
Why don't you go tell your mom to shut up?
All right. I don't know where that came from. All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.